Shares of BB&T down 8%. Since the bank announced plans to merge with SunTrust last month, Deutsche Bank, though, says a turnaround is around the corner. They upgrade the stock to a buy. They say the merger combines the best of both banks. Jimmy, you like the deal. It's about getting, they say, BB&T more in line with their buy rating on SunTrust.
I do like the deal. I like the fact that they're bulking up, becoming closer to a big money center bank. I think, however, this is a longer-term play because the next step that they really need to make in order to become a real player is something that's more global, have some more of an investment securities business. I know they have something now, but they may have to buy a boutique business to really bulk that up and then really get into the league tables with the guys like the Banks of America that has Merrill Lynch or the Wells Fargo with Wachovia. But I think they're on that glide path. In the short term, though, Scott, the problem here is just this yield curve. This is still a net interest margin story, and it's just very difficult in the short term to see the stock rally.
Yeah, even with the upgrade, that stock's down.
Yeah.
Jim makes a good point, Kevin, about banks. Worst 5-day underperformance, says Bespoke, for the banks versus the S&P since 2011. This trade's done.
If
what
you want to
lifts
find
this trade?
If you want to find a place where you put money to death, you put it in financials. I don't care what sector you want to pick. You want the regionals? Miserable. Money center banks? Miserable. It's just been miserable because the market is not going to take this sector to leadership as people have been begging it to do for a year and a half now for a whole bunch of reasons. Primarily over-regulated, a really punk loan book. The growth in the loan book just hasn't been there. And also, they have no leverage anymore. They've been deregulated of using their biggest weapon, leverage. We used to have these banks levered up 30 and 40 times. They can't go anywhere near that anymore. This is a miserable, miserable place.
Unless you think, as John Najarian has argued on this show, that a pickup in housing is going to be good for banks. Because of the drop in rates.
Every cut you've tried to make at this, and everybody that's tried to say, look, this is the time to go into financials, you have wept like a baby.
For the most part, he's right. Anybody take the other side of that?
No, he is right. But I want to go back to the BB&T SunTrust because it's to your point, and it's to your point as well. I think there's a bigger issue here. I think the bigger issue is BB&T and SunTrust, they have to do this to survive. It's about scale. It's about, to your point, it's about the cost of regulation. It's about the cost of financial technology.
Are other regionals then going to do similar?
They're going to have to, and it doesn't necessarily.
Do you want to own them despite all of the issues that
Well, listen, if you're smart enough to figure out where the mergers are going to occur, okay, have fun at that. I think the same thing's going to happen in the asset management space. I think you're going to see massive consolidation to pare back on costs, but that doesn't mean you're going to see performance.